All right, good evening. James here, and this is my daily recap of my small account challenge day 7. It was a good day, and then it was a bad day. My AMD puts that I held overnight went perfectly. It actually gapped down, as you can see, and I held it for a little bit, and I got out of them at, give me one second, at 6:34, so I was pretty much out of AMD puts fairly early. I mean, actually just before low a day, and that got me about 40.5%. So that was very nice. It actually gave me a $76 gain. Great. That was the good part. The next trade I was watching was actually AT&T, and I was watching this one for an entry at about 6:45. So, it's showing some downward motion here. I let it pull back a little bit, and then I went ahead and got in on this doji candle here for the ride down. 2 contracts, nothing big. Got in at $1.15. I wrote it down to about here. This was about 7.5%. I should have gotten out. I was actually about to pull the trigger and decided I'm going to hold out a little bit longer. That, had I known what was going to happen next, I wouldn't have, but then again, who would? It, as you can see, just went up, and at 7:52, so, this candle here, right around here, I sold, half the position, one of the contracts, to limit my loss, and decided to see what the other half was going to do. It, went sideways for a while, and at 10:49, I decided to average down. I was actually playing, I think, the 10-minute candle by then, and this big candle here hit. So I was watching it, and then I averaged down somewhere right around here, following the the crossover confirmation and everything, and it just didn't work out for me. It went up and it continued to go up. At this point, I was done with the day in my head, had known I messed up, and I was actually just writing it out now to try to get a 0 on the day. Unfortunately, I had to go pick up my son. My wife didn't get home in time, and it got away from me, and I ended up getting out at 12:41, and took an $18 loss on the day. It was actually a lot larger than that. I think, let me see, I lost a total, about $94 on this trade. So it beat me up. It's not my greatest moment. I apologize for anyone who followed me into this trade and got screwed over as well. Luckily, I limited it to a very small overall loss, and we'll start again tomorrow. What makes matters worse is I actually went and tried to average down on this trade prior to 10:49, and I accidentally bought a put in my main account. So that set the day. And so now I have a position in my main account that I'm working with. I don't know. Today was a bad day. So that is my recap for today. We're still green, obviously, on the year, up $233. My goal was to hit 800 by Friday. I hit it this morning and should have stopped. So I'll be happy if maybe we can get to 750 tomorrow. I am all cash, so I do have, you know, $700 to work with. Not saying I'm going to use it all. I don't want to over trade, but I would like to get maybe 2 trades in, $25 profit on each one or something. So that's my goal, 750 tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Hopefully Friday's a good day to end the week. Thank you guys. See you in the morning.